How have I never noticed this like background music in here before? This place has been pretty grim. It's like very it's very poorly fit. That's very funny. What's in there? What is it? What is A here? What's this? Oh, it's money. Don't mind if I do.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
No, none of that yet. Hey, Lemming. High octane grub run. Yes, unfortunately, you just stepped in just after it. Big GG's on your run at RPG Limit Break earlier, by the way. I caught most of it. I joined just in progress, I think. It was very entertaining. Oh, right, we have the woman upstairs that we need to talk to. Oh. This is not the button. We want this button. Do we have a level up? We do not have a level up. I thought I did, but that's okay. Okay, anything down here that we want to jump onto? Ask around for the tattoos possible meaning. This hasn't come up quite yet. Oh, you've called it out as being incredible. Oh, my bad. That shows you. For some reason, I think I'm just like, I'm reading so intensely that I may have not even like, it hadn't like digested until this moment where I was like, oh, this is pretty nice. Got it back on track. I mean, that's what matters. That's what matters. Sometimes you gotta roll with the punches. I know a thing or two about messing runs up at major marathons. So I thought you did handle it quite well. Game looks crazy. I've never played that particular game, so it was very fun to watch. Choices info. There's something she wants to tell you. You just have to present her with your badge to hear it, or perhaps if you did her a favor. Okay, so we're trying to find her husband, so I guess maybe that's the favor. Alright, enjoy the lurk, Grubby. Thanks for popping in. Enjoy. Hey, Cressup. Nice to see you. Welcome. I wonder if my badge is in the... Don't I have like a coat or something that's hanging up here? What's this? The sound of snow... melting snow dripping off the roof. It's strange. What does that mean? That's peculiar. I guess we have to go up to the roof of the Whirling quite soon. That's gonna be... Oh, no, I don't need to talk to Kim. I like talking to Kim, but we don't need to do that right now. Caps lock was on. See, that happened to me as well. With Monkey Island 1 at ESA. Brutal. It was brutal. I'm glad my GDQ run went okay. But yeah, the ESA one, I had that in the beginning. The rest of the run went really well though. How do we get up here again? It's like the weirdest pathing. I can't get over there. It looks like I keep wanting to like go that direction.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
Act by physical instrument. I wonder what... Oh, we only have one savoir. We should put a point into savoir-faire, because I think that would help in a few different checks that we are absolutely not doing well on at the moment. A little bit of physical action here. How do we... This is so annoying. Okay. I was curious if something was different there. Come on. Sometimes it's hard. This is probably the downside of using a controller. Sometimes it's hard to get the game to sort of like get what you want to look at. So you have to use the right stick to try to sort of sort this thing out. It doesn't always work. Okay, so let's go talk to the woman upstairs. This is going to be our play here. Apparently we're unable to just use stairs. Really struggling with basic things today. And thanks for saying that, Lemming. Wait, that's Kim's room.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
A woman's voice answers, muffled by the door.
Tired. Controlled.
Oh, controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
Okay. We do need to enter the door, I guess. Okay. Enter the room. And of course we're gonna snoop. Hotel bill calculations. Looks like she's had an extended stay. Piles of dirty clothes. A woman's. Now that's what I call snooping, huh? What's back here? In the yard below, a corpse hangs from the pine tree. Yes.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Okay, let's start from the top. Let's have a look at the toothbrush.
It's been used quite a lot.
Okay, good to know.
But not for scrubbing blood off towels, or anything else interesting, it seems.
Okay.
This toothbrush belongs to someone who doesn't give a damn about her teeth.
Ooh, okay, good. Okay. Medications?
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
Quite a collection in here.
Anything of note?
Search the bottles.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra.
What's Nacra?
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Okay. Pill sheets.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Here we go. Sorry, switching our category. What do you find? How do we... We've got an even check here, and we have a +1 for chemical hangover. Terrific.
A bright orange bottle
Let's
with
go.
Preptide stamped on it, in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
-1 for sweaty hands. What's so exciting about the bottle?
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for.
Oh.
They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Okay. Yeah, let's let Kim know.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
Close the cabinet. I feel like we're gonna keep this thing as clean as we can. Is there anything else really? I guess maybe that informs our conversation here. Oh, we can lock ourselves in. That's funny. Can we please exit? Can we please exit? Thank you. Okay. Having some trouble getting this guy to move. So we need to move here. Okay, upstairs. Let's go. I'm sure they didn't notice we were down there for like 5 straight minutes. The bed has been hastily made. Okay. What do we have here? Is this different? Yeah, it is. What's this? Okay, I thought that... Okay. It makes sense, I guess, that was the, those are the steps, but...
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Let's run our finger across it.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Oh, recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
Okay. Interesting. What is this? Okay, it's leading. Hopefully we got everything we needed there. The smell of cigarette smoke in the air. Astromenthol. What is this? A handful of dried white wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Ooh, let's try it. Let's grab it.
You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a maybell.
Item gained. Dried maybells.
The young woman looks at the maybell in your hand. Just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Cool. Cold coffee in an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. Okay. What's this door?
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Very low.
I don't know.
Where does this lead?
It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Do you think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Right?
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
I could say something, but I'm not going to because I don't gloat. No, we gotta push back this stereo investigation thing for sure.
I hate it when that happens.
All right, cool. Let's try pushing.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy too. Very sturdy.
Okay. Yeah, we're never gonna get... Well, we could get that one. Never know. We got a crazy check on the last one, but... Anyways, let's have a chat, shall we?
Welcome to the roof.
Thank you. The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
1 second here. It's getting a little chilly, so I wanted to put on the sweater here, the sweatshirt, I suppose. No time for pleasantries. I would say, nice view you got here.
Nice. I don't know about that, officer.
She looks north, towards the yard. Yeah, that's fair. There's a dead body over there.
Where a ripe corpse still hangs from the tree, spotted with green and purple. The woman doesn't flinch, but there is something in her light brown eyes. A sadness.
You mentioned, yeah, I think that will kind of let this one breathe. You mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Hell, you know not of what you speak. No, I just trashed the place. Disco Infernum, of course, I think is a good answer.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the Infernum.
Ooh.
I'm Kim Kisoragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
This does not come as good news to him.
Uh-oh.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
There's a karaoke stage down there. Things are only getting easier for me. I'm a policeman. Woo, 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 woo. Karaoke stage is a funny answer.
Wow.
Sad style.
I assure you, he's not about to tear it up in any style. In fact, miss, we are investigating the murder of the man who was hanged. The people responsible have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
Okay. They tell us you've been through something difficult. What is this wildflower?
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
Sudden change of topic. Why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Or an admirer?
Any admirers?
Admirers? I'm too old to be a debutante. And this place is no fashionable society.
Question avoided. Let's conclude that she has admirers. Plenty of them.
Yeah, what's your name for the record?
Clausier Amondou.
Yeah, where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
What's that?
A bad memory, officer. Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass. Duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. A night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
The conference centers are filled with people who get angry at you if you do something wrong.
Did you do something wrong?
Sooner or later, everyone does.
Old.
I'm 28.
She takes a drag. What do you do? What is your specialization?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit.
Huh?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
She raises both eyebrows. What is it
Fear
about?
of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then? Money is very important. Show her some money.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Ranislet.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Orania 37.
She smiles.
It's the world's most tired smile. Of course she won a beauty pageant. She's very symmetrical.
Okay, passport?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Oh?
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
How come I know you? How do I know you've told us the real name? Yeah.
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
We could press.
Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents. I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street, and I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom.
There are plenty of other reasons for hiding your documents from the law.
That's not why you hid it, though.
It's also why I hid it.
Why else?
He's suddenly very attentive.
I'm an unpopular girl. There are people back home who don't like me. If they show up, I'm in a hurry.
Okay.
The kind of hurry where you can't afford to not find your documents. But don't worry, this has nothing to do with your investigation.
Okay, yeah, what kind of people here?
I would love to change the subject. It's not important. Unless I'm some kind of suspect.
I mean, not yet. Could we just come to talk?
Phew.
She wipes her brow.
Playfully. She doesn't seem to be overly distressed. Or distressed at all, really.
I think we've gone through all these.
Okie dokie.
She pours herself some more coffee.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
All right, that's it for the record.
The record. So official.
Let's talk about your room. Nice room.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
Yeah.
I'm
what are you doing
wintering.
here? Wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol.
I guess all of these are quite interesting, but
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell.
okay, fair. Can we do
I'm
this
winter.
again?
How long?
About 4 months.
Oh shoot.
How long
Okay.
have you been?
About 4 months. Here in the Whirling, here in...
Martin.
I heard this is where the washed up disco has-beens go.
This is Sassy Town. It's where the future of dance lies.
If you say so, officer. If you say so.
There's
I'm
one
win-
more of
How
this.
long?
About 4 months. Here in the
It's
Whirling,
Revachol.
I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing.
This is by far not the only reason she's here. And she isn't really hiding it either.
Yeah, well, ask about the drugs, I guess.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her. No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
How did you amass such a hoard?
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there. Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry.
Peptide.
Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments,
Like what?
like not being able to stay up for 36 hours, not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a merit speed molecule, basically.
That's as far as that goes. Then.
Very funky.
The door. Yeah, let's ask about the door.
I have no idea, officer.
Window's new.
It is.
She moves slightly to your left to check her reflection.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
I agree. I have other questions, though.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Is there anything new here?
Yeah. All right.
I guess we gotta do this, huh?
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
I guess we'll do the... we'll soften it a bit? Is that...
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
Thank you, Kim.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
It's actually the afternoon.
Is it?
Squinting, she takes a look around. The spring sun is high in the sky. People pass below.
It is afternoon. Time flies, man.
So were you? So you weren't?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Jeez.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Yeah, sure. Are you sure it didn't happen? Wow. Yeah, what did happen between the two of you?
We partied.
Partied? Where have I heard that before? Yeah, like a birthday party? What kind of partying? The kind I do? Yeah.
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Oh, interesting. No one parties harder than me. Keep pointing at your face.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Were feelings involved?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
Okay.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension? With longing. She misses him.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that. Pretty much.
So we asked, Titus asked you to spice things up for us. She said,
Warming them.
Must be hard for you seeing him there all the time.
Oh, yes. I have multiple viewpoints. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Ah.
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
Caller's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Oh.
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
You were right to suspect there might be foul play involved with the broken phone line.
In the process, you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
Why go through with all that
I
trouble?
don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. And he's still hanging there.
That's true.
We will move the body to the morgue today, miss. Don't worry.
Are we? How? Okay. Yeah, I guess tell me about the guy.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
I've also seen him in a dream.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine.
I see him as me.
You don't want to know.
She dips the cigarette in the lighter's flame and inhales, then looks at you with her lungs full of smoke.
I can see the similarity, yes.
She breathes out through her nostrils. The air smells of menthol.
Funny.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on.
Okay, Okay, yeah, why did they hang him?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Okay. How did the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now.
They are.
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
Jealousy, yeah, maybe.
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
Wait. Alright, thanks.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Yeah, before we go, a little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
What is this? Look her in the eye. Oh, we'll try it, sure.
She looks back. Time moves slowly.
Dang.
The triangles of her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit. Nothing, just time passing. Don't worry. Anything out of the ordinary and you would be notified. Air moves in your windpipe. Your heart beats. You're a detective. Get back to detecting. She presses her elbows against her waist and slowly turns her head. Her hair brushes her shoulders, making a small hissing sound, almost imperceptible. She presses her elbow. Her hair brushes her.
Yes, this is
The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Okay. Fascinating. What's up, Kim?
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Yeah, why did she tell us that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm not sure she had to lie. We wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Something's off here.
You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
Okay. Where do all these doors go? What is the story with the doors? It's crazy. Summer. I suppose you're right. Alright, so what do we have to review here? Ask a little later when she's collected herself. Hold on. What's up? What's up? What? Okay, I think somebody needs to use the restroom really quick. So I'm gonna run her outside really fast. I'll throw you folks to the BRB and leave you with some tunes, and I'll be back in just a few, and we'll continue with more here. Hang tight, folks. Enjoy the break. Hey, folks. Bonnie and I have returned. Let's get back to it here in just a second. Oop, that's me. And there's the game. Perfect. All right. I did not realize how late it was, so we'll do that. We'll finish off the hour that we're working on at the moment, and then we'll probably call it an evening. Been a fun one. We've just revealed quite a bit of information. It's an interesting twist. That the woman upstairs apparently is working against the folks downstairs, the Union folks, which is pretty interesting. I had one question while I was waiting for the dog to come back in. Joyce. It's Joyce. Who is it that body down? Access the harbor and ask for Igor Claire's help. Okay. Just curious. Alright, we'll head back downstairs. I guess we need to reconfront them a little bit. Yeah, I blame Trottier for all of this. If we just had a cooperative Trottier,
I've got
I think
nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting?
I don't know, we could have had some more disco.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
All right, Titus. You doofus.
Again? Seriously, man. Fine. Yeah, whatever.
I don't know if I want to reveal all of our cards
Yes?
here. Like, I think the fact that we know that they might not have, well, they did do it, but that there's some kind of other. The book is titled "The Man from Helmdall and the Wildfire." That like, I don't know, we know something that they might not know, or that they don't think that we know. Broken window. Gibbs has windows. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting situation. I want to check with the woman by the docks here quick. We still have a little bit of time before 9 p.m. in game, where we'll need to go into the apartment building and talk to that one guy.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
All right, we were asking. She was asking us about the drug trafficking. That's right.
The lorries are still stuck at the roundabout. If the police is asking, one of the drivers might admit to it.
We already had some suspicions that one of the drivers were present, didn't
The
you?
two might even be connected.
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
Made my mind about the smuggling
Yes?
station. Oh shoot! You can ask the drivers.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
She takes another long sip from her seemingly bottomless thermal. Do you know anything about these tattoos?
That's
Have
the
you asked
man
her
who
about
was
this?
killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Alright, so we have another new quest. She's got some info. So I guess we'll chase this, chase this lead a little bit. For some reason, I already thought I had this, but maybe I never actually formally accepted this quest. I know Kim was not really very keen to do it, but...
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Case solved.
Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
Finished, though. What did I do?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
Oh, the missing husband, of course. Future leader of the Portalian Uprising. Some third option?
No. Stop goofing around, recruit. Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't missing though?
Yeah.
But he is missing. You heard her. The worry in her voice.
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't make
Do
sense.
marriages make any sense? Does honor? You're not a filthy philosopher. You're an officer of law. It's time to ace this case and not brood over your reputation. We can deal with the perception management later. There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found right now.
I don't know if I... There's something down there. What does that mean? So I have a feeling that this is not what she's looking for, but whatever, dude.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing.
I found him anyway, I'm not
Very
good.
well then. Where is he? Excuse me? I don't follow.
There's something else hiding in her voice though. A trace of worry.
I found a drunk and thought he might be
Right,
yours.
because working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
Remember, about that what? Never ever say what.
I'm not saying what. Something bad, I guess.
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
Ha! Blam! Knew it.
Didn't you say he was helpful?
I did, and he is. He's also an alcoholic.
Is he missing?
No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in the park or in Shamrock somewhere, drinking with his friends.
She looks away.
I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
Oh, she's completely forgotten about her books, staring blankly into the distance.
There. She's worried now.
Well, yeah, do we have a missing persons case
I
here?
wouldn't be so sure.
He replies before turning to face the working class woman.
Man, just to be completely clear, do you want to report it to the police?
Report what? He's just out drinking with his friends. I'm sure the police has better things to do than to chase down local goofballs.
Not at all. The RCM is ready to chase down every goofball in town. We care about you. I think missing persons cases are just mysterious. That's true.
They are not all they're cracked up to be, officer.
Why not?
Because people either show up on their own or you never find them.
Isn't that mysterious?
I'd say there's nothing mysterious about incompleteness. It's in fact rather unpleasant.
You're wrong there. Incompleteness is the essence of mystery.
Yeah, we're taking it.
All right, then. He has questions now.
What kind of questions?
What does he look like?
Honestly, not that different from you.
It's Disco.
Oh, thank God, no. It hasn't come down to this yet.
Why did you say he looks like me?
Well, he's slightly chubby.
Whoa.
What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself.
She sighs, her voice slightly quivering when she adds,
It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change.
Who cares about the cold when you have your cool jacket to wear? You can completely sympathize.
I mean, look at how we're dressed right now.
I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
Totally understand.
Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
She's thinking about him out in the cold, in some park, or on the coast. And it's making her more and more worried.
Okay, when's the last time you saw him?
Yesterday morning, he went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home. Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. It just makes me feel weak.
Gone for around 36 hours then. Damn, this is a missing persons case.
Oh, let's go.
She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
Got it.
So you are going to look for him?
She genuinely wants you to now. Don't make her ask.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself. I'm still sure of that.
There we go.
She tries to maintain a brave front, even though her eyes reveal the opposite.
I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let Precinct 57, Kim Kitsuragi, know?
Gives her a slip of paper.
I will. Of course, officer. As I said, it's probably nothing.
The woman takes a slip of paper. It's a phone number. Okay, well.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Wait there. Go
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Yeah, superstar cop.
That is only a ludicrous daydream.
Oh,
Guess again.
cool
You're
cop.
no, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then. Sure. Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
Shouldn't they be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything.
They should be sorry.
Yes. Impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up.
I don't under. What is the sorry cop? Yeah. we're
Of
sorry.
course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen.
Okay, so we have we have another thought. See, we have all of our points. Well, not all of our points, but we got 8 superstar cops. They don't want to talk about that. Rigorous self-critique. -1 authority. Temporary research bonus. What do we get though? Do we get something out of it? I guess it's just kind of a gamble, isn't it? I always forget that that's just like temporary while you're thinking. All right, let's see if this guy's got any beans to spill here.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Seemed to like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man.
Imagine.
Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But Those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Trying to figure who's I feel like not. Oh, yeah. Do you finance any of these other ones?
Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Entrapment is where a law officer gets a person to commit a criminal offense they otherwise wouldn't commit, often through some trickery or fraud.
Yes. It's like trying to trick a person into doing something criminal that they never do.
Hey, if it yields results. I wouldn't do something.
Then what are you trying to accomplish?
So much for subtlety. Better get straight to the point.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Are you still hanging
Gotta guard
around?
the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
Ooh. Who do you think could be
Look,
behind
man,
it?
I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Oh, sorry, Tim.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire. It's not a lie. It's something else. Impossible to say what at this point, but there's something in him. Some trepidation.
Hit him with your best verse. Let's go.
Your
17%.
best verse. You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no. What are you doing?
Oh no.
That's brutal, man. But you know, time will...
No, stop. He's already mortified.
That's,
In the name of God, what are you doing?
It's a poem.
yeah, I get that, and it's cool, but...
Oh, we just gotta keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust, they're honest. So, thanks, man.
He's not lying. He liked the end.
Yeah.
Yes. And I also thank you for stopping. We have a drug investigation to return to. How about we do that?
Sometimes it's fun, like, to fail that. They, like, fail the checks. Like, kind of swing for the fences. It's quite fun. See the results. So I don't really know any other characters over here. What do you have here? Money? Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. We can't go that direction any further. I mean, is this person a trucker?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands.
Snap.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you jolted her back to
The
reality.
smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the weary aspect of a cornered beast.
Are you alright?
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
When else would you be?
Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
Who's that?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
She shows you the photograph. The lavish amber frame.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, that's very true, Summer. It's like, I don't know. I think now that I kind of understand how the game works, I like enjoy those like roles, because if you get it, it's like You know, a nice hype moment. But if you fail it, it's usually pretty funny. Even we did take some damage there, but it was still like entertaining.
This man's got a hold over her. Even 50 years later, you can feel it.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
She leans back, savoring the world she's conjured.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
So I take it you were in Mask when you were young?
Someone was.
She nods as though the meaning was perfectly clear. Are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching.
Sorry to interrupt your dream.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the mine behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden.
Her eyes narrow, and she appears to take your measure.
While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Methk, it was a golden age.
Okay, police questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard.
There's something off about this woman.
Yes.
Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
Where'd you haulin'?
Diamonds?
Oh.
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
What do you really haul?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
You don't even know what you're
I
doing.
quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
What if it's contraband?
Then it's contraband, Loman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad hand. Hermenegildos' bad hand. Strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
Jeez. Don't really understand this.
Of course not. To truly understand the Boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain. It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring Boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
Guessing that does not happen.
Of course not. The Boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maygrit, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
I think I can see where this is
So
going.
the Boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Magritte. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, that's not where I thought that was going.
You have to understand. A true Boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a Boyadero.
What if to truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
Before I came, you seemed away.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he doesn't think she's the smuggler.
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Should you drive a lorry if you get like that?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best communers around. I drive routes no one else will. The Monosov's Land, Udashnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain, the Transcatolia Magistral, you for 1A, Adestradas du Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches. where the bluebirds fly.
I'm something of an expert about blacking out. That take better care of yourself.
You're right, Lawman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say?
Soles of the boots, please.
Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff?
It's for important police business.
I'm starting to think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro. You are no Gabriel.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole is also made of leather.
The other one?
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now, there was a real man.
There's no aberration in the pattern that you can see. She puts her foot down.
Moreover, the boots were size 37. Tiny. There are too many discrepancies in all this.
What do you mean this was... It was the coronation?
It was. And then it was no more. And I was no longer holding my father's hand. He was no longer descending the stairs in Ryle. The crowd had gone silent. Perhaps it was another Sheriff who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival. I don't remember.
As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue and the machines.
We'll tell Kim. This is not on Soul.
I could have told you that from just looking at them. A size is 37.
The feet of a little girl, they fit well on the pedals.
You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
What's that?
Yes, there is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest.
That's not what I was
Then
getting
what
at.
were you getting at?
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Why would I want to do that?
What would we say here? The side of the adversary. Real, I don't know. This one?
Lowman, what in the name of God are you talking about?
Let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat, on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Lowman?
I don't know.
It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
I didn't ask you about diamonds.
Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Zoras.
You'd guess who's new.
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Why are you still waiting here?
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Yeah, I think we have exhausted.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
Her voice trails off. Well, that was interesting. So she thinks it's the other guy. I don't know if it is. It doesn't really seem that way.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. Fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you.
Okay. I was curious if maybe that would be one of the other people.
Right to work! Right to work!
Well, I guess the apples guy, huh? This
Looking
guy.
for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Takes a long drag on his cigarette. Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
The man bites his lip and drops the near-finished cigarette lingering between his fingers. He reaches for a new one.
That's gonna be a whole conversation. I'm gonna make a save here, because I need to get to bed. I don't know if I can do it right now. But, solid evening. We're getting closer to the end of day 2. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to, call it on that